Hello everyone, this is a humongous box, and as you can see here, ROG Phone 09. Yes, we have it already. The unboxing video should be coming soon after this video, of course, because the gaming test is obviously gonna be more important, and that is because I am very curious, how does the new Snapdragon 8 Elite performs, especially in games. We are not doing benchmarks here because I just want to know how well it performs as people use it as a gaming phone, because it's all that matters, right? No one buys a phone to run benchmarks and whatnot. And here we can see some specs. Let me put the box away because it's super big. So as you can see here, this entire codename is the ROG Phone 9, and when we scroll here, we can see Snapdragon 8 Elite. Now, the one thing that I'm very curious about, it's going to be a bit of an introduction to the 8 Elite, is how the CPU cluster cores are made out of. So you can see it is an octa-core processor, and it has 2 high-speed cores and 6 more lower core clock speed cores. It's still practically very high in comparison, and the 4.32 GHz cores are considered the high-end cores, the performance cores. 6 of these 3.53 GHz cores are considered the I don't know if I should call this the mid-tier cores, and there are no efficiency cores. So practically, if you want to consider the 6 cores to be efficiency cores, you can, but I really need to try this out a bit more. And then we can see the screen resolution is 2400 by 1080. It can go up to 185 Hz. We will go through that later, even though it just says 165 maximum for the screen. And then for the memory, we have the highest end ROG Phone 9 Pro Edition. So we are getting 24 gigs of LPDDR5X RAM, and also we got 1 terabytes of memory. I'm really not gonna completely use it anyway. And as for the battery, it did get an upgrade from 5500 mAh to 5800 mAh battery, but then again, this value is not real. It's kind of fake, because as you know, ROG phones have double battery and they're actually in series. So when you have 2 batteries in series, means that the voltage is doubled but the amperage is halved. So as you can see here, the voltage is nearly 9 volts. So this 5800 mAh value is considered quote-unquote fake. It's just an equivalent value. It is also stated on ROG's website, and we did a video talking about this as well, so the link will be down in the description as well. I have already installed quite a lot of games, as you can see here. We will go through Genshin Impact first, so let's go on with it. Okay, so I think I have to do some explanation once more. We're back in Genshin Impact because when we initially did the gaming test video for the ROG Phone 9 Pro, yes, this is the ROG Phone 9 Pro. Actually, it's the ROG Phone 9 Pro Edition, but it's just the packaging that's different because it comes with a cooler and whatnot. Anyway, we have to redo the gaming test for the ROG Phone 9 Pro. Yes, 9 or 9 Pro, they are both still using the Snapdragon 8 Elite. Same cooling, same everything. It's just that the ROG Phone 9 base version doesn't have this anime matrix, and it doesn't have this black color texture, whatever. It's gonna perform identically. But what I'm trying to say here is that why we are going to redo the gaming test video for the ROG Phone 9s, particularly for 3 games, Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero, and also Wuthering Waves, is because after we have done the original gaming test video, uploaded everything, scheduled all the video, ROG decided to push out not 1 but 2 firmware updates. The first firmware update, as shown on the screen here, they explicitly stated that they have changed some performance stuff for these 3 games. So that is why we have to redo the gaming test. And the second update is just very vague. So now we are at version 18.10 by 58. Yes. So I think they have changed some things, but I'm not sure what, and that is why we are redoing the gaming test. So in Genshin Impact, we're using the exact same settings as before, and I will show you a snippet of the original gaming test video result on the screen as well. It did reach 48 degrees Celsius, and we have been getting very consistent frame rate. It's only at about like 59 to 61 FPS. I think the tool there is misreporting, or it is indeed at 61 FPS, but either way, it was very hot for the original gaming test of the ROG Phone 9 Pro, yes, and it is real hot, but the frame rate is also really good and consistent. So I'm not sure what they have changed, and that is why we are redoing the gaming test, which I personally didn't want to, but just for the sake of completeness, I think we have to redo the gaming test, so you have a proper idea on how it actually performs when you get the phone. Again, they might push some firmware update in the last minute, I don't know, but this is what we are getting right now as of 15 November of 2024. No idea what I did there, but okay. I can definitely tell you that the frame rate isn't as consistent as what we had before the update, because we are getting some frame drops here and there. Like just now, that was a frame skip. Not really a frame skip, but a frame dip, and it's quite an intense one. Rather jarring, because once they dip real hard.
Don't mind if I do. Let's do this then. Yes, you are. Qualified after all.
47 degrees Celsius. Okay. You know what? Let's defeat this boss thing.
Silence.
One with nature, as one with wind and cloud. Let the mountain flames boil. Bring it. Slip, slide.
48 degrees Celsius. Yeah, 48 degrees Celsius, some frame dips here and there. This is the thermal limit for Genshin Impact when we are playing it in X mode, which is actually very high, because remember the ROG Phone 9, actually the ROG Phone series in general has an elaborate cooling system where they move the chipset to the center, and then there are a lot of layers of vapor chamber, heatsinks, coolers, all of those stuff. It's all passive cooler, but most of the phones are using passive coolers anyway, and for this phone with such elaborate cooling systems to reach 48 degrees Celsius, it's just not gonna be a very good look for other phones that are not ROG, that doesn't have all of these cooling capabilities. My hand is definitely hot, it's steaming. Well, not to say steaming, but it's just very warm to the touch. 48 degrees Celsius inside, But on the surface, we will test it out later because I do have the thermal cam around me.
Into the wind.
Oh, 49! Yikes, it can reach 49 degrees Celsius. Ugh. Ugh. 49 degrees Celsius on an ROG phone, that is really not a joke. It's really, 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 really steaming hot. And I've been in the game for like half an hour, so the conclusion is gonna be the same. This phone will reach at a very high temperature. It did go up to 49 degrees Celsius, which is a degree higher than the original test, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter that much. 49 degrees Celsius versus 48 degrees Celsius, it's still very hot. Usually the thermal limit for other phones, like let's just say S24 Ultra for example, it's gonna be like 47 degrees Celsius. That's the absolute maximum. So for this phone to actually reach 49 degrees Celsius, again, remember ROG phones have elaborate cooling systems. For this phone to reach this temperature, 48 degrees Celsius on the SoC, other phones are gonna suffer with the brand new Snapdragon 8 Elite. Only time will tell how much they suffer, but as of now, the ROG phone holds up really well. There are some frame drops here and there, but overall, still a very smooth experience. So let's take the surface temperature right now. So as you can see here, the room is at 27 degrees Celsius by the way, because this is what I always do. Middle part here is where it's gonna be hottest because the chipset is located right above the center of the phone. So here we can see it's like what, 45-ish degrees Celsius. Real hot, real hot, but that is to be expected because even the inside is at around 48, 49, and then at the bottom of the phone here it's gonna be cooler, so 42-ish, somewhere around there, which is okay. Then the top here is gonna be around the same as well, so 41, 40 something, okay. At the back it's gonna be the same, the middle part is gonna be the hottest, so 44, oof. And then the edges here is gonna be 44, somewhere around there. Then the bottom here 41, 42, 41, around that. The frame of the phone is something that I cannot really measure because it's a very slim part of the phone that the thermal camera just doesn't have the resolution to measure up. I mean, I can try putting it up there. 45. I saw 45, but it's very difficult to measure. But 40 something degrees Celsius, I saw 44. Yeah, the frame is definitely hot to the touch. So if you're gonna hold it like this, you can definitely feel the heat on your fingers. So comparing this firmware version versus the original firmware version doesn't seem to change much. The heating does seem to be slower, but there are a few more frame dips compared to the first version that I have tried. So for the ROG Phone 9 in particular, the performance is real good for Genshin Impact, but it is also gonna be real hot. So we'll jump on to the next game. Another game that we are gonna retry is Zenless Zone Zero, so I will show you the graphical settings first. We are playing it at everything high. Remember, for this game, the high preset isn't actually high, so you have to manually go high for everything, and this is what we have. So I need to do my dailies. You see my battery is at 240, so let me just do that real quick. Woo!
What can I get for you? You know, coffee is...
So Zenless Zone Zero is a weird game because once we're in the city walking around, this isn't demanding at all, and then you can see the temperature drop, but I will skip to one of the most intensive part of the game, which is to fight one of the bosses, this thing, the 9V. Not sure if that's the name on how you want to pronounce it, but 9V. Some frame drops, definitely shader caching. What? Wow, wow, wow. This boss, I tell you. Okay, we're done. 48 degrees Celsius, so very similar to Genshin Impact. There are some frame drops here and there, but overall still a very good experience, so no complaints, because even my gaming PC has this issue as well. Maybe it's a game problem, I don't know, but overall real good experience. Very similar to the original test for the ROG Phone 9 with the firmware version of 1810.50. I can't really remember the number, but yes, it is still very smooth. So for PUBG Mobile, I'm just gonna quickly show you what's going on here. Snapdragon 8 Elite is still a very new chipset, so it doesn't have the option to go higher frame rates. That is why I usually don't test PUBG extensively, because this game is just very unoptimized and it's just very bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly jump into a game and show you that, you know, this game runs at whatever frame rate it's supposed to be. I think it's 60. Yeah. So this game, yeah, 60 FPS. There is no reason to doubt that this Snapdragon 8 Elite will dip below 60 FPS anyway. And you can see the CPU GPU utilization is very low. Temperature is also dropping while this game is running. If it does lag or drop frames, and that is because this game is just very unoptimized. It's I mean, this game is just not optimized at all. They never update anything. And later, when we are nearly reaching the ground, you can see the draw distance and those trees become 2D, and then they suddenly pop out, become 3D. Real jarring. Yeah, you can see it now. Those trees are in 2D. They rotate with the camera. If we get closer, whoop, yeah, they become 3D. This game is like that for many years. Zero optimizations, zero improvement, and that's just how PUBG is. Yeah, we just go to the next game. Temperature is indeed dropping. It's just a bit slow. So 42 degrees Celsius now. Yeah, PUBG, they need to upgrade the game, man. So for COD Mobile, what we have is literally just this. So what we can do is ultra frame rates, so 120 FPS maximum, and medium graphical quality. So these are the settings that we are gonna use. So practically turning on whatever graphical enhancements that we can when possible. So they also have this new section that they are calling an experimental feature. We are turning on super resolution, turning off variable rate shading. So this is literally gonna tax it as much as possible, but COD Mobile isn't exactly that demanding anyway, and this game is very well optimized. This phone is very fun for COD, by the way, because air triggers. I got the right key for scope, and then my right key is for shooting. Now let's go. Oh, it is updating, but the frame rate is stuck at 61. But I am getting 120. I know this because I play this game quite a lot. That was fast. Yeah, this real-time info thing is definitely wrong. We are playing it at the 120 FPS mode because it's very smooth. And I'll hit into the graphics settings once more just to check that out for you. Yeah. So you can see, should be 120, but somehow it just reports 60 on these two here. It's always 61, it's just stuck there. So let's go to COD Warzone instead. COD Warzone, this game isn't exactly that optimized either. So as you can see here, we do have 3 presets. High graphical details is actually not that high, so I have to manually do it. This one should be uncapped frame rate. Then resolution high, this one high, this one high. I'm just gonna leave everything on.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Infestation is active. Undead threats incoming. Antivirus secure. One more will clear the infection.
Gas is closing in.
Infection cleared. Try to stay that way.
Most wanted target survived. Good job.
Oh, frame rate is not good.
Undead threats incoming.
Frame rate is not good.
Be advised, we're halfway to infestation. Keep targeting undead threats.
That could have been bad.
God damn. What?
One of 10
Ah,
remaining.
it's okay.
Stronger next time.
Gameplay is fine. There is definitely not to say frame dips, but the frame rate in general is just not that high. But overall, still a very good experience. But that goes to show how unoptimized COD Warzone is. So as of the time of this game's release, I mean this phone's release, we have ultra graphics and high frame rate. That is what we have on the 12th of November at server time 6:49 AM. So yeah, the graphical quality, the 8 Elite is still very new, so do expect some games to be like this for the meantime. So for Wuthering Waves, these are all of the settings that we're using. It will tell me to enable auto FPS, but I will cancel it. So technically settings are maxed out everything because this game you can literally max out everything. So auto FPS here means that the max FPS and graphical quality will automatically be limited to prevent overheating. So I am not gonna turn that on. And then FSR is an interesting one. Technically it is some sort of upscaling tech, and enabling it means that we can technically not have so much load onto the CPU GPU but still get very good graphical fidelity. It's kind of like AMD. It is actually AMD's version of DLSS, but since it's available here, we just enable it. Again, this is a retest. I've already done the test for this game originally, like a few days ago. Since there's a firmware update, we have to redo the test.
Listen up, the fruit of evolution. Laser attack.
So let me go defeat the boss, this thing. You might be wondering why I'm always defeating this boss, but I don't know, seems like this girl needs it, so that's why I'm doing this. By the way, don't question the way I play this game because I don't play this game. So I just have the account here for testing games, that's it.
So much fun. The fruit of evolution. Life is an ethical. Let me be your blade. Synchronization. Shape the shapeless. This is so much fun. There it is. Watch out. Fruit of evolution. Here we go again. Boom. The fruit of evolution. Woolly battle. This is so much fun. Into Woolly's belly you go. Leave me. Leave it to me. The fruit of evolution. Listen up. Bask in the sunlight. Laser attack. This is so much fun. Temperance. Let the winds roar. Here we go again. Woolly stampede. Up. You're it. No one picks on Uncle's friends. This is so much fun. What's the big idea? Bloom. Fruit of evolution. Let me be your blade. Synchronization.
Very consistent frame rate. This one is a major improvement compared to what we had in the original test, because the original test was like 50 something FPS. That wasn't great, but now it is very consistent 60, and the temperature is indeed rising. Let's just go walk around first. Where should we go? Okay, let's go unlock this thing then. So 48 degrees Celsius, but still very consistent 60 FPS. So again, this game will not be an issue for the ROG Phone 9. So yeah, but I am once again very worried for other non-ROG phones, because once again, ROG Phone has very elaborate cooling systems, and other phones that do not have this kind of elaborate cooling system will definitely suffer with the Snapdragon 8 Elite. So, Fortnite, here it is. Settings, we can go 90 FPS. I have already maxed out everything, by the way, so we're just gonna use all of these settings and go into a game of Battle Royale, because I really don't know what this game has become. There are way too many different modes. This game isn't exactly optimized either, but we can at least get good frame rates on this game. Can you go down faster? The frame rate is close to 90 most of the time, so no issues here. Again, PUBG on Android is actually handicapped because of the graphical quality not being high enough. Actually, Android devices like this one can go for higher graphical quality. The game just doesn't allow you to do so. So 90 FPS, not really an issue for this phone. So I'm just gonna stay in Fortnite for a little while more. Yeah, that's it for Fortnite. Nothing much to show here. Runs really well. The last game that I want to retry here is War Thunder Mobile, because this game has ray tracing and I want to do this. Advanced mode turn to TAA, traditional anti-aliasing. The FXAA is more like a upscaler technology kind of anti-aliasing, which it is definitely gonna be better for performance, but I want to test out TAA because that is what I did for the other phone that we'll talk about in like a few days from this video has been uploaded. Again, this is a retest for War Thunder because originally I only got like 30 FPS in this game with ray tracing turned on, and I refuse to believe that is the case because every other phone, even the 8 Gen 3, got like about 60 FPS last time. Actually, not last time. I redid the test immediately after I done the original gaming test for the ROG Phone 9 because I have the ROG Phone 8 with me here. Because the ROG Phone 8 can get like 60 FPS in this game with the same settings, so I see no reason to believe that the 8 Elite can only get 30 FPS. Let's play for a while and see how things go. Because it seems like it is going to get like 30 FPS here. And the reason is that it seems like Snapdragon downgraded the ray tracing performance of their Snapdragon 8 Elite. If that's true, that is very sad. Because you can see with ray tracing turned on in this map, 30 FPS. The built-in reader is definitely wrong because when I scroll around, it feels very, very choppy. So let me just turn off ray tracing. Then you can immediately see the FPS is at 60. What the hell? Now, just to show you guys, this is the ROG Phone 8, and I just want to show you that the gaming performance on the War Thunder is better. So let me just go back into the game. Again, same settings. So you can see that we are getting very good frame rates. And I know the temperature is different between the ROG Phone 9 when we tested this game compared to the ROG Phone 8, but thermal throttling is not the issue here. Because for that phone in particular, the thermal limit is at 57 degrees Celsius. Imagine even before hitting the thermal limit, we are not getting 60 FPS consistently for this game, and that smells like a problem for me. Ah, goddamn. But I just want to show you one more game. That is actually going to be Subway Surfers. So the reason why is because there are a few games with no cap kind of frame rate. Subway Surfers, Ethos Adventure are a few of those games. So the reason why I want to show you Subway Surfers is because this game, you remember when we said this phone has 185Hz? Yeah. It is only available in gaming modes, so if you're gonna play games like Subway Surfers, you can have 185Hz. 185 FPS as well. So when you play this game, it's really smooth. 185 FPS on 185Hz screen. So yeah, if your game does support 185Hz, then you can use it, because this phone, for whatever reason, they don't let you use 185Hz on system level, but in games you can. So there you go. And that is the gaming test for the brand new ROG Phone 9 with the Snapdragon 8 Elite. Again, I am very worried for phones that are not ROG, that are also using the 8 Elite, because this phone has very elaborate cooling systems and it still reaches 49 degrees Celsius. Again, this is with the newest update as of 15 November. I will just show you once more. This update. 1810.58, and we are still getting those results, which is kind of worrying, and I have to redo a lot more tests because of that update. But either way, for the ROG Phone 9 alone, if you only consider this phone, yes, it can handle the Snapdragon 8 Elite very well. Frame rates in games like Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, Zenless Zone Zero, three of the most demanding games that I've tried on this phone, they can reach 60 FPS quite consistently. There are some frame dips here and there, and I suspect that is shader caching, but that's beside the point, because when you do the action once more for the second time, then the lag is gone. That is actually a telltale sign of shader caching. But either way, yes, gaming performance on the ROG Phone 9 is excellent. It can handle the 8 Elite very well. It's just that you will definitely feel the heat on your hands. Of course, there is the Aero Active Cooler X Pro that you can use for this phone as well, but the frame of the phone will definitely still be warm. Yeah, overall, I think that the ROG Phone 9 will be one of the, if not the best gaming phone of this generation once again, because of its elaborate cooling solution to cool down the chipset and to make sure that it is able to maintain the performance. Sustained performance is very important, and yeah, again, very impressive. And I am still worried for other phones that are not the ROG Phone 9. I don't know how those phones can handle the 8 Elite, because yeah, even the ROG Phone 9 can reach 49 degrees Celsius. Just imagine other phones that do not have this kind of cooling capabilities. Yeah, that's it. This is literally the second time that we are doing this gaming test video. I'll splice everything in, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. There are a lot to test, by the way. Dimensity 9400 coming soon.